Yeah, was that what it means?
Yeah. You know, like sir, like because of the Sridevi Garu's fan following, the general audience also, not only his fans, there's a curiosity in the audience to see them together.
Yes.
In the Telugu audience that.
Because there's a connection also.
Yeah. So
there was this photo shoot, which a look test, such with when Shiva first time, even before we started moving, there was a look test. So and there was this picture of hers which we released, obviously, long back, and she was sitting on a boat and looking into the camera. The moment Shiva showed me, I was like, oh my God, she just looks like Sridevi Garu.
Yeah.
I mean, she's. I mean, in certain angles, she just. I mean, looks like her. So we've tried to capture a bit of that also on camera, but and I don't think it's something you can capture in angles. I think it's the way she performs, or sometimes the way she just smiles. It just brings that reminiscence of Sridevi Garu back.
Yeah.
It's weird for me to say this, but I feel that more when I perform and speak in Telugu. I don't know if that makes sense.
Probably.
It just felt more like home to me.
Yes.
Not that, yeah.
What is the runtime of part 1 and what is the runtime of part 2, if at all you want to reveal it?
I mean, let's not even talk about part 2.
Okay, part 1
We still
runtime.
don't know what the runtime will be, but 250. It's a decent runtime. It's about 250, 2 hour 55,
Okay.
2 hour 50. I mean, if you see, I really don't understand this runtime. Confuses me a lot, sir. See, the actual runtime of a film is less.
See, Sandeep asking about that.
I mean, you should not actually. I mean, how long was Animal, sir? 3:15.
3 hour 24.
Okay.
So, but actually,
So you're basically your eligibility of asking runtime has been taken away from you, sir. You're not eligible to ask about runtimes.
no, happy if films are bigger.
Shorter?
No, bigger because
But big cinematic films are
always,
running
yeah.
long now.
Yeah.
It's also, it's become,
And
people
that
are,
too with this many strong characters in the
Yeah,
film.
that's what, yeah.
I mean, you want to narrate. When you want to narrate,
If you're going
Might
for
as well.
part 2, I always feel it could be 3 hours. Then only 3 hours. Then only you'll
So we
feel
are
like going.
almost touching 3 hours, but we're not touching 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we might be somewhere a little lesser than 3 hours.
Yeah.
Songs
3 hours is good,
and
sir,
action.
because you'll not lose any show.
We've cracked and water is the toughest,
True. That's
especially when you have interactions with
what.
it.
Yeah.
So it's
The light, the water simulations, the light penetrating into the water.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not physically challenging, it's mentally.
also brutal.
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
And Randy sir, I think Ratnavelu.
Yeah.
I mean, Ratnavelu was really an asset for this movie. His cinematography is just.
I have to also weigh in there and say he was such a pleasure to work with.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think we got along really well, and some of the lighting and the close-ups he's taken of my character, I don't think it was so nice to be
He
shot.
did not take the liberty of just brightening everything up because it's.
He's killed it.
It's
I
a
used to say
commercial.
he's like
It's
an
an action
Italian
movie, no.
Yeah.
Renaissance painter.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
you keep on
His
telling.
light and shadow and the way he's like an artist.
Yes,
I mean,
And Sabu sir.
too good.
Oh, Sabu sir was.
Sabu sir is like quite a senior.
I mean, the
person.
kind of technology he knows is
Actually.
the
But I
boats,
saw
the
him
way the
touching
boats.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, the boats we
blood on
created
the
for this
guy's back.
movie.
Exactly.
You can literally not only see. Of course, we shot in tanks. Like man-made tanks. The boats were made. But the boats, you can actually take
Use
them
it.
use it into
Wow.
the actual sea.
can-
You can actually go into deep
seaworthy.
waters.
Yeah. So your interaction with water will be great, that means.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
going to school for me. So learning a lot from Sabu sir. So when I told the story, he was telling, we'll create our own waves. I'll make boats, he's saying. So I was scared. How can you make a boat? All the stars on the boats. I don't know how the boats will be. No, I'll make boats are simple, he's saying.
But they were great,
Sir,
the
they need to
boats.
float, sir.
They were massive. Like they weighed a lot also. Like original boats. That 35 days of underwater shoot is by far very complicated, and the kind of stuff we've done. So there is this shark creation which we've done, and there's this mad interaction between the protagonist and the shark.
Oh, nice.
That was very, very, very tough to pull off.
Top of it, the movement is not easy under the water. It's again another challenge.
And the work and the problem is, Sandeep sir, only when you have those swimming goggles can you actually have a visual. But when you don't have that, everything is blur.
Yeah. And
So
it
for
will-
me, let's say there's this guy who's 10 feet away from me. So I'll have to swim literally, catch hold of him, do like a flip, and then go out. So this whole shot is like about, let's say, about 15 to 18 seconds.
Yeah, it will take an entire day maybe.
So this shot, I mean, like while I'm going towards him, I can't see him. I'll have to exactly hold him,
Yeah,
at his neck.
I know.
So it was.
Obviously, the way we
Very,
see
very,
as an
very
audience, you will not see while approaching. because
Absolutely
you're
not,
true,
absolutely
true.
not.
Yeah.
Because your work environment has been amazing. I mean, little care taken. We did a fight sequence where there was so much dust because of the
Oh, damn,
arena that we'd put up. But someone put a big exhaust in.
Exactly, yeah.
So things like that make a big difference. I'd like to see more of that happening.
Devara too.
No, just generally because
I'm done with dust.
your sets were one
I'm done
of
with dust.
the best controlled on a human level. For even the staff.
Yeah, even on a discipline level, like I've never been on a set with as many extras as there were on this set in Goa and even in the Ayudha Puja sequence. So usually when you're shooting a song or this thing and you have so many people on set, there's always noise and chaos and there's always the first AD screaming, "Okay, quiet, we're going for a take." There was just peace
Yeah.
on this set. Everyone was so
That's an
disciplined.
achievement, sir, actually.
And
To have that a quiet set.
Yeah.
Sir, how about the BGM? How excited you guys are about the BGM?
I'm
I mean,
always
I think
Anirudh's
the world
BGM.
knows what Anirudh is capable of, and
Yeah.
today I think it's not south or north anymore. I think the country itself is grooving for Anirudh's music right now. I think it's Anirudh's Hava which is running all over, and he's just got this art of understanding a movie beautifully. I mean, he understands the movie, and the kind of background score which he's come up with for Devara, it's nothing less than any international movie. It's, in fact, I was actually making somebody listen to something, and they were like, "Oh my God, this feels like that Walt Disney's, symphony, like Hans Zimmer."
Is it recorded live from the
Yes.
orchestrated?
Yes,
which
yes,
is amazing.
yes.
We don't
So,
do that
no.
often enough.
So it's live music.
amazing.
Life, sir.
And it's
Background also.
he's done phenomenal. I mean, I mean, for him, I think, he probably one fine day, I mean, like he would be a part of some international project where he's scoring background for it. And
Because I saw a glimpse which has the English lyrics, which gave me not because of English music, because of the instrumentation also, it gave me a very international feel.
International, different. No? And
Very juxtaposing feel for the Devara title and what's happening on the screen and the music. I really like
something
that.
so tribal with an
Yeah.
international level.
yes,
Interesting.
so it's
Yeah.
Very, like,
he's
Viking.
phenomenal, Sandeep.
Exactly, even for the barra glimpse,
Yeah.
Sandeep ji, I'm
Yeah.
sure you agree. I think it is India's time to be up there and showcase what our capabilities are as actors, as technicians, as filmmakers.
Yeah.
So I think it's our time. I mean, this we've waited for a very long period, and I think this is our time to show the world what Indian film is, and we're no less than any technician up there, and I think we're getting there.
But I love the characters in the film. All the characters. So anyway, visual will be a visual anyway, but trust me, you're going to enjoy the characters in the film rather than the world, actually.
Very strongly written character.
Yeah, all, including the women. Women are too strong in the
Yeah,
film.
very strong.
Character-driven films are always interesting. sir.
Always.
Yeah.
I personally like them.
Yeah.
I think it's the character which actually takes the movie forward. Of course, you're making and this, that.
Yeah.
But it's characters.
See, it's not like regular hero, regular villain. They're all one family. The relationships between them, the conspiracies.
Yeah, थोड़ा बहुत leak हो गया. Yeah. So sir, when you wrote this, you first you thought the title is Devara and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no other option.
Yeah.
It sounded something, very positive to me and powerful also.
Yeah.
So it's always Devara.
And especially when you have hidden so many things. Yeah. It is like, yeah.
So we actually didn't hide a lot.
Yeah.
But there are a few things which we definitely did.
Yeah.
We hid them. But
Yeah.
the greatest revelation for Devara 1 is what I'm actually waiting for. I want the audiences to actually, I can't wait for them to enjoy the main revelation of that movie.